Okay, thank you. So guys, I hope you are all going to keep to your 10 minutes and get your story in there. So the next partnership that we have up is Thabo Ralipata and Penny Sikwari, from PJ Similani Secondary School, and Penny's from Nedbank. Sure. Thabo has been one of the most diligent principals in this program. He has showed up so fully and so committed. And Penny has been there supporting him all the way. But Penny has been really roped into the whole PFP process. So she's playing a much, much bigger role. I think she's partner to the whole of PFP at the moment. And this partnership is also one that just kind of galloped off into the sunset together and did amazing things. So, if you guys can come up, please.
Good evening, everyone. I know Thabo is going to kill me for this, but like what Dina said, he's so diligent. And he said to me during the 15 minutes break, do you know what song they've chosen for us as we stand? So I said, no, I don't. And he said, what dance are we going to do? I said, I'm not dancing. He said, but we need to do something. But that's Thabo for you. He's structured, he wants to be in control, and if he's not in his comfort zone, he panics a bit. So Dina, you got us there. I will hand over to Thabo, my partner. He's going to take us through the partnership, introducing the partnership, take us through the challenges of the school. I will then talk about how we've addressed the challenges, and then we'll talk about each other and take it from there. Over to you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I think I deserve a round of applause for being the most diligent.
Yeah, you did.
This is not the latest one.
You can see it there.
Yeah, this is not the latest one. Dina, you have sabotaged us.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I'm the headmaster of PJ Similani Secondary School. I joined the school in 2011. And again, I want to believe you need to give me a round of applause. For what? Let me share this with you. The Department of Education has set up a standard to say when we say a school is the most performing one, they should at least get a pass rate of 80%. So since joining the school in 2011, we have been consistent in getting 80% and above. We do have challenges. Allow me to, let me mention them, that some of the challenges that we are having, it's leadership and development, and I hope if we can be developed as leaders of that particular school, we are not going to match Masibambane, because Masibambane is an independent school, and Masibambane, they are paying fees. With us, we are not paying fees, so we are not going to compete with them. We are going to compete with the others, and we will always strive to get 80%. Like in any other high school, drug and substance abuse is also a challenge. It's also a challenge. I can't see clearly here. And then vandalism of school property is another challenge that we are having. Discipline of learners also, it's a challenge. And then, wow, parental involvement. You know, it is unfortunate that most of our parents have dumped their kids to most of the schools, you know. So schools have become a dumping place. And if you hit a child, then you'll see a parent. But if you don't, you won't see that particular parent. You'll call meetings, they won't be there. So lack of parental involvement is one of the things that we are having a challenge with. And then less equipped labs. SA has a shortage of maths and science educators. You know, most of our maths and science educators are from, if I may give an example with due respect, they are from Zim. And why? It is because we can't teach these learners the way we are supposed to teach them because of lack of resources, particularly our labs. And then, well, at the end of the day, we want to do our best when it comes to maths and science. At our school, most of our learners are taking maths lit because they think that maths lit is so simple. And yet, maths is better than maths lit. Let me hand over to Penny.
I forgot to introduce me.
Oh, Penny.
Thabo.
How can I do this?
How can you do this to me?
Ladies and gentlemen, I've got my partner.
Finally.
My partner from Nedbank, Penny. I always say Penny. You know, I always change the tone when I call her name. You know, she has been supportive. I must say that. She has been supportive. Over to you, Penny.
Thank you. So when Thabo and I said, being from corporate and obviously wanting us to do things the corporate way, I said to him, you know what, I hear what you are telling me about the challenges in the school, and I hear what you are saying about what is causing all the challenges, but I want to find out for myself. So we agreed that between the two of us, yes, we'll talk about the challenges, but we need to go and do an investigation. And just to find out whether or not what we are saying, is it reality or is it what we want to see as reality? So our partnership took a while to take shape because we were still doing that and we were comfortable in that space. I know Dina was pushing us to say, no, you need to start doing this. And I said, no, we're still trying to find ourselves. So it took a while for us to be able to find ourselves, obviously because we come from two very different organizations. I'm from corporate, he's from a schooling environment where it's completely different. So, but once we've done that, we then divided our challenges into 4. Obviously, taking into account the community and the parents, which is mentioned, which is something that I was very passionate about. But we divided our challenges into 4. Firstly, it was around the principal and the school leadership. And from a Nedbank perspective, I know Natasha mentioned this, and we do this so well at Nedbank. And it's the reason we called ourselves a great place to work and bank, if you didn't know. So we did what we call, yes. So we've introduced a program called Insights, because when I spoke to Thabo initially, he wanted us to first clarify the vision for the school. I mean, each and every individual here needs to have a vision. If you don't have a vision, you might as well, sleep the whole day and wait for the sun to rise and set. But as a leader, he wanted to be a leader that has a vision in terms of where his school is going. So we took a while to be able to do that. But his vision was to ensure that he becomes an effective leader, was to ensure that the relationship between himself and his teachers and the school leadership is good, and that they sing from the same tune. And as you know, it's a bit different in a schooling environment. In corporate, in order to be appointed into a role, you apply, you get interviewed, then that's it. In a schooling environment, it's a bit different. There's other people that get involved, which makes it a bit difficult. Those of you who are teachers know what I'm talking about. So it took a while for Thabo to try and bring in his team together, build the relationship, build the vision. The second thing that we did is focusing on the teachers. As a bank, and I took advantage of that, the fact that, there are teachers out there that are in deep financial problems. And you don't expect that person to stand in front of a class and be okay if the datas are calling you all the time. So what I did, with my contacts from Nedbank, we did financial education for the retired teachers, very good feedback. We are going to be doing financial education for the rest of the teachers so that we can be able to help them with their well-being. We also introduced what we call Tender Pro. I know some of my partners are going to be working on that as well. It's an online education program that supports the teacher. So sometimes a teacher, yes, they will have the syllabus, that's what they call it, but they wouldn't properly understand what it is. So Tender Pro helps with that to be able to support the teachers. That also happened for learners as well, where learners can access this online portal to be able to be ready for the whatever classroom education that's going to be taking place. So we are going to be the 80% pass rate. Thabo is going to be 100%. So Masibambane, we are on you. What's also very important that we needed to focus on was on the admin support, because when you walk into Thabo's school, I mean, Thabo is neat. You can see he's a gentleman. He's a distinguished gentleman. But he wanted his admin team to be just like him as well. So we partnered with one of our skills development vendors, where they are going to be upskilling. And they've already started some of the admin support team from Thabo School. So ultimately, we wanted to see effective leadership, effective admin support, empowered teachers, and inspired learners. Over to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, what I've benefited, I used to be this emotional leader who better than by here, I wanted to do almost everything by myself. She said to me, no, you don't do it that way. You must delegate. And you must lead by example. I think I'm a better person today. I was invited by Nedbank in one of the good days, in one of their youth development, and I was asked to do a vote of thanks. Now, if you can look at the picture, you can see a confident person there on the podium. You know, I did it with confidence, and she gave me feedback, and even her colleagues gave her feedback. And then what was said is, wow, your principal is good.
Thank you. And I know we are almost out of time. Just in closing from my side, is that what I've learned from Thabo, I mean, I came in and I saw this principal who, I didn't have to get any buy-in from him. He was already bought into this. He wanted to do this. He's a person who's committed, who's passionate about schooling, about making a difference in other people's lives. He's extremely resilient, given what he's gone through at work. And I've learned that from him. And I will never forget that, Thabo. And this is a lesson that I'm going to carry with me for the rest of my life. When we did the Youth Empowering Program, this is the first Nedbank Youth Empowering Program. When Thabo School participated, and he participated as well in social and self-defense, poor people were there as well, and all sorts of things. Given Thabo's participation and his learners' participation, Nedbank has actually said going forward they're going to do this as an annual event. So we are going to be impacting a whole lot of learners going forward, thanks to Thabo, by setting the example. Thank you, Thabo.
Lastly, what is missing here? It is a picture of myself and the SMT and also the staff. I'm leading the SMT. I'm also leading the entire staff. Meaning what? I'm positive I'm going to make it through Partners for Possibility.
Thank you very much. Thank you.